Hello everybody. Good morning, and welcome to my practicing stream. Why does my face look pink? Anyways, well, got a pink face. Anyways, hi, I see we got people from Germany. We've got people tuning in, let's see, from Virginia. All kinds of places. I saw someone talking about that they were gonna have to get a crown on their tooth. I am so sorry. That is not fun. I've had to do that before. Oof. I had to get one of those root canals once. That was definitely not fun. Do you think we could turn this light to less of a pink? Sorry, my light is making me pink. That's a little bit better.
Nope.
Whoa, guys, it's a light show.
How's that?
Let's take it. I'll take it.
All right.
A little bit cooler.
I can change, yeah. You let me know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
But, okay, sorry, that was gonna bug me.
I'm definitely here, but it's
Okay, I'm sorry about the sound. I definitely have the heater on in here because I am freezing. Yes, I am in LA and I am so cold. I'm such a wimp when it comes to temperature. But don't worry, I'm gonna, someone says they got a, Justy Art, I think I said that right. You got your root canal today. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? That was not a fun process when I did it, so I hope you're doing okay. Is your mouth all swollen? People are saying, hi, fish. Love from Norway, hi. Okay, so I've seen several people ask how writing the album is coming. I will say it's not really coming yet. That's okay. That's how it is for me usually. Usually I write for a little bit before I kind of get my groove. It's almost like a muscle where I haven't written for a while, and so that skill is kind of dormant, we could say. It's like sleeping. It's like as if I haven't, practiced my violin for months. I'm gonna have a hard time picking it up again. So whenever I get back into writing, it's almost like I have to work the muscle of my brain of writing again and warm it up. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of writing sessions. I have one today. I'm very excited about the one today. And I've been writing with some great people. And I have like one thing that I'm excited about. It's just the beginning of a song, but I'm like, oh, that's something interesting. So yeah, I'm also just trying to find the sound. So it's quite a process. Some people are prolific writers and they write really fast. That's not me. Like, I take a long time. I write slowly. I really take my time, and things don't come every day. So I gotta be patient with myself. My managers will like hit me up after every session and be like, how was it? And I'll be like, it was okay. I didn't like what I wrote, but I did it. I made it through. Someone's asking, our music loving gamer says, are you working on a rock album? That's the plan. I'm gonna keep working at it. If I'm not feeling inspired in a few weeks after trying, then I'll kind of switch directions, but as of now I'm working on a rock album. We'll see how it comes. So yeah, I think I'll warm up a little bit. And anybody who's here for the first time, welcome to my Twitch streams. Also, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the Discord. If you're not a part of our Discord, type !Discord into the chat. And, that way you can join it. Yes, this is Excalibur. So let's, Commander Biscuit, thanks for joining our Discord. Glad you joined. Okay. Let's see, what should we play? Radioactive, that is great rock. interesting comments while I was playing. I saw suggestions for collaborations. Love that. There were some really fun suggestions. Of course, I saw people mentioning Lizzie Hale and Amy Lee as possible collaborators because, you know, they're my girls and I worked with them before, so that totally makes sense. But also I saw people talking about Lights possibly. I love her. You know Lights, right, Linz?
Oh yeah, big fan.
She is so cool. She did a couple tour dates with me years ago, and I remember, like, and I mean this in, like, just the most admirational way. Like, me and all the dancers had the biggest girl crush on her. We were just like, she is so cool.
She is very cool.
Like, the way she dressed and the way she, like, her hair always looked, like, messy, but, like, really, like, cool messy. And she's got a lot of it. I was just like, oh, I want to be her. And she had, like, a cute little baby she was touring with. Anyway, she was just, like, really cool, super nice. So, yeah, that'd be fun to do a song with her because, like I said, we toured together. But it was only for, like, a week. She just joined my tour for a week. What else? I saw some people say Floor from Nightwish. Oh, yeah, someone's... Either I've seen several people mention it, or maybe Marie, is that you mentioning it every time? If so, that's cool. I appreciate the persistence. I remember listening to them. They inspired my Phantom of the Opera medley, actually, because they do a rockin' version of Phantom, and I was like, I love that. I could try to do that, too. So, yes, Nightwish is super cool. Wow, thanks for staying on a 15-month streak, Turbo Gaming. That's awesome. You've been subscribed to me for 15 months. I appreciate that. And to anyone who's subscribed or thinking about subscribing, Twitch, I honestly just do for my relationship with you guys. I don't do it to earn money. However, it's pretty cool that because of that, everything you donate goes towards the Upside Fund. So by donating money on my Twitch or by subscribing, you're basically helping pay people's medical bills and, you know, pay for people who can't afford medical treatment, which is really amazing. And I'll have to, you know, the stories that I get back from people who the Upside Fund has helped is is really special and very sweet. I also saw people asking about my violin. This one is Excalibur, pretty much because I should have played Crystallize. I'm in a different room today, and we're down, so I'm like, it might be in here. Crystallize, the violin.
Oh, should we look here?
Yeah, maybe it's in there. But yes, I honestly play Excalibur a lot at home just because it's like my violin. Like, I've had this violin since I was 20 years old, you know. And yeah, it's really special to me. Oh, it might be in there. Aha! So yeah, that's why I play this one a lot. But Crystallize, I actually play that on tour all the time. That's my acoustic violin I take on the road and professionally perform with. So that's also another fun point. We just put up for pre-order another round of violins. Last time they sold out in a day. I haven't really promoted. No, sorry, it's the wooden one.
Sorry, I've worked for you for 3 years.
That's okay. You don't need to know the names of all my violins. Crystallize is my signature Lindsey Stirling violin. It's wooden. Thanks, Linz. Yeah, so we have some available. They won't be ready for a few months, and I haven't really promoted them yet because I wanted to give the people that signed up for the pre-order last time. Maybe it's over there. There's one case over there. Sorry, I've got so much stuff all over there. It's like a little treasure hunt in here. But oh, you got the case, and it's coming today. Yes. Okay. So if you don't, like, if you already have a violin, you're happy with your violin, you can also get a Lindsey Stirling case, which is really beautiful. It's my logo on it, and also it's a great case. It's
Exclamation mark Yamaha.
Oh, exclamation mark Yamaha can take you to that page so you can see the case, you can see the violin, which you can pre-order, and also I have rosin if you want just, oh, here we go.
We're going to take that one.
Let's see, I'll have to take it. Also, is this one tuned? Oh, it's almost a tune. Anyways, this is it. Look, it has this cute little logo that I drew on it. Oh, it's hard to see with the light, but it's a little violin girl. Isn't she cute? Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I drew that myself, so it's like, also it's got these amazing pegs that you can tune really easily. They're like basically little screws instead of just a wooden peg that you have to like try to stick, which is a big deal for anyone who is a violinist. You know that. So these are called Whitner pegs, and they're special, and usually you have to pay a bunch of money to get them put on your violin, because no one makes a violin with these except me. So this is very special, and it makes the violin super unique, and I can't even tell you how much it has helped me as a professional violinist when I'm in a session and I'm, you know, time is of the essence. You're paying per minute basically in a studio. And so I don't have time to like keep tuning my violin if the pegs are slipping. These hold really well, and they're easy to, like, if I'm in the middle of a show and my violin goes out of tune, I can just so quickly dink, you know, because they hold. I don't have to take it down and tune. Like, listen. And look. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to most people, but usually as a violinist you have to like tune it and then you have to press the peg in. Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, but wow, Margot, thank you for subscribing for 7 months. So would it be possible to ship the violins out of the States at one point? You know what? I'm very disappointed because I thought we had figured that out and made that possible for this round. Can you text Jess and ask her if that's a thing? Because I thought that was going to be worked out for this next round, and I was super disappointed when I heard questions about it. So I'm like, wait, I thought that they were. So I'll find out that for you right now. Also, I forgot, it has a little sparkly fine tuner peg that's got a little rhinestone on it, just for fun. So that's what makes this violin cool and special. All right, I think I'm going to do a little switcherooski here. All right, so I'll play Crystallize. Oh, maybe I should play Crystallize on Crystallize. So yeah, here we go. Is Yamaha producing a left-handed version of your crystallized violin? No, I don't think we're doing that. But the thing about the violin is you, tell me, I've never understood if left-handed violins is a necessity for left-handed people. And this is a real question. Because, honestly, I'm right-handed, and the right hand just holds the bow. The hand that has to have the most dexterity is the left hand. That's what has to do the most, like, work and, like, has to definitely have the most skill is the left hand. But I'm right-handed. So wouldn't a left-handed person be at an advantage with the violin because their left hand, their dominant hand, is what has to do the most work? That's a genuine question. I just wondered because I've never understood if the left-handed violin was a necessity for left-handed people, because I know a lot of left-handed people that play the regular violin. Anyways, just a question. I'd be really curious to. I'm left-handed and I play the normal violin. Yeah, that's like I said, I have lots of friends that play the violin that are left-handed, and they but I play a right-handed guitar and I never understood it either. Yeah, because you just have to learn, like, both hands are used, so you have to be able to use both hands. And if it feels awkward to you when you're trying to play the regular right-handed violin, I promise you it's just because it feels so awkward to everybody when they start the violin. And I know because if I try to play it backwards, oh my gosh, suddenly it's like, how does anyone do this? I hope no one's joining right now. Yeah. It's really awkward. So I think that if you're thinking, oh, I need a different violin because this is awkward, it's just because the violin is terrible when you first start. So, but anyways, that was just a question, a genuine question that I've always wondered about when people ask about left-handed violins. I was like I'm just curious as to why some people think they need it. Hey, that's funny. Bake Evie says, my husband is right-handed, but he brushes his teeth with his left hand. So do I. And I've always wondered if me and Bake Evie's husband are twins. Can't imagine what I would do. All right, so Okay. Ah, she has such a nice tone to her. And to put it into perspective, this violin may seem very, very expensive. I mean, it is very expensive. The crystallized violin is, you know, it's in the upper $1,000 range. What is it exactly, Fish? Is it 1,800?
Let me take a look right now.
She's gonna take a look. I mean, so I know it's an expensive purchase, but just to put it into perspective for you, the violin that the first nice violin that I bought was about that price. When I was in, my parents bought it for me when I was in 5th grade. It was not easy for them to buy it. They had to pay, make payments on it, and it was definitely a sacrifice for them. But it's because they knew, $2,600 with shipping. So, yes, the first violin, the nice violin that I had was about $2,000, and then on top of that, getting the case and everything, it adds up. So, I understand that that's a very expensive sacrifice. But like I said, this is a really quality violin that I, as a professional violinist, can play. And just to put it into perspective, Excalibur is a $12,000 violin, and this one sounds really, really comparable. So just wanted to put it a little bit into perspective for you. Violins are very expensive because they're made by hand, and every one of them is one of a kind because they're handmade. And I know someone's saying I need to pay rent. I understand, and that's why I understand that it's not for everybody, but I just want to tell you guys that it's not just a money grab thing. I really wanted to produce a nice violin, and like I said, this is a $2,000 instrument. And then this is a $12,000 instrument. So, very comparable sound, and I'm really proud of, I thought it would be more at first. You thought it would be more at first. Well, that's nice to hear. Hoping to be rich at some point in my life. Haha, just kidding. I know, guys, and I totally relate to all these feelings of gosh, I just gotta pay rent, because I remember that very same thought every month in college, wondering how I was going to pay my rent. And growing up in a family that my dad was a teacher. We did not have lots of money. We did not have nice cars. We had cars that barely worked, and they were always anyways. We didn't have a microwave for years because we couldn't afford a microwave. That's the kind of home I was raised in, and so I understand that. It's not like you're charging $2,000 for a T-shirt with your name on it. Do you think I could do that?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think
I'll be
so.
right back. I have to design a T-shirt. My bicycle is $3,000, and that's still considered a low model. Yeah, it's like if you have a high, a hobby that needs technical gear, like cycling or anything, to get the good equipment, it's expensive. Same with my sister's my sister trains horses. Hobbies are expensive. Anyways, so I'll stop talking about the violin, but you guys asked, and then I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna play some music for you guys. What would you like to hear? And like I said, I wanted to kind of tell you guys first, because your car was $500. Way to go!
That's what I need. I need a $500.
Yeah, where'd you get it? Send me a link.
You want to send it? You want to sell it to me?
I'll buy it for $600. You can make a $100 profit. I just bought a car. I had to buy a new car because right now is not the time to buy cars.
So stressful.
It was really stressful. The market's really hard for everything right now because of COVID and shipping and parts, and it was really hard to find a car to buy. Cars are just flying off the market. You're like, oh, give me that, please. Have you sold that?
Cars. We went to so many lots, and there
Yeah.
were 6 cars in the lot.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
So bad.
So yeah, I wish I had a $500 car too, Zane. All right.
I'll buy it.
All right, someone's asking for elements, so here we go. Malachi. Sorry, I can't read. Gosh, thank you for gifting all those subs. That's amazing. Thank you. There we go. Oh, let's see. This is for Marine. Dang it, I'm sorry. I don't know how to play Forgotten Voyage. I don't remember. I forgot Forgotten Voyage. That was a bonus track from, I want to say, the Brave Enough album, I think? Yeah, it's something like that. Oh, thank you. 2016 concert in Memphis. Saying it was the best concert I've ever been to. Thank you, Scourge on TV. Do you remember Afterglow? I don't remember Afterglow. What's my favorite album? Honestly, probably Artemis. I think that's my best album. They all are going to be favorites for different reasons. Like, I like all of them, you know, have different favorite songs on each one of them. But I don't know. Something special about Artemis. I thought it was the best music I've ever written. Does this count as a concert? Sure, why not? Let's go on to the concert. Any new Artemis music videos coming? You know, I really am sad that I never got to do a music video for Love Goes On and On. You know, I have a song with freaking Amy Lee and I don't have a music video to show for it. So I had kind of a fun idea of, I need to run it by Amy, but I thought it'd be really fun to do a series of like TikToks together. I have quite a fun idea. But that's all still TBD to see if we can figure out the logistics and the timing and all of that stuff. So, anyways, okay. Someone's asked for Brave Enough. Let me see. It's been a long time since I've... There we go. That was Brave Enough. What about your... Okay. What about you remind me of the Babe? Babe. The Babe with the power. I didn't even know how you play that on a violin. Da, 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 da. Alright. Any other requests? da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, Master of Tides it is. I see Arcanlis. Arcalaris is asking for that. Have I ever been to Encanto? No, I have not. Leonard Star, how did you play the violin that had the crossbow design? Oh, didn't affect the movement. It was a little bit heavier. You know, I got used to it. Same way I got used to dancing, it was just a little heavier. And, you know, the balance was a little different, but it was worth it. When something looks that cool, it was worth it. So yeah, I'll do, what did I just say I was going to play? Master of Tides. And then I'll play Guardian. Oh, yes, that's the new Disney movie. Have you seen the new Disney movie,
So
Fish?
good.
Really?
It's very great.
I've seen...
Lin-Manuel Miranda did the soundtrack to it. It's funny because I didn't know that, but like halfway through watching it, Mark and I were like, this sounds like Disney Hamilton. And it's totally...
No way.
It's so well done. Yeah, very well done.
I've heard that song, like, da 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 ba ba, and I'm ready to
Yeah.
blow. Whoa, oh,
It's really good. You should watch that tonight.
Yeah, I should. I need a new movie, so thank you for suggesting that, because I've been meaning to watch it and I just haven't yet. I feel like now, like, Disney movies used to be such an event when they came out. Now they literally, like, sneak out.
Check them out, yeah.
I'm like, wait, a new one came out? Where was I? Tired? Lindsay is tired? No, I'm not.
I am. This Lindsay is.
I am not tired. Take it back. I had a full night's sleep, and I look like I had a full night's sleep. I don't look tired. I refuse to believe I look tired. Okay. Oh! Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play Guardian. I saw several people asking for that earlier. And I also saw someone saying they enjoyed this a lot on the Artemis tour. Thank you. Yes, we played Master of Tides on the Artemis tour, and it was so fun. Yeah, someone else, Tribal Sam, is saying I loved seeing Master of Tides live. It's a really fun song to play live, especially on the Artemis tour, because we did like an audience chooses the adventure thing, and the dancers and I don't know, you said that was your favorite part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was it your favorite part?
In Master of Tides or in the Christmas tour? Well, I guess the Christmas tour wasn't Master of Tides.
Yeah.
We just call it Pirates every night.
That's true.
For Artemis, it was every single night I thought, am I going to kill Lindsey tonight?
Ah! Oh my gosh, yeah, Fish would like strap me in, like hook me into the harness that would take me up.
Every single tour, you give me a task where I'm responsible for your life. And I don't know why.
From day one.
I mean, it's just like poor reasoning on your behalf.
Well, I haven't died yet. I mean, are you sure it's poor reasoning?
I was just, the amount of gray hair that I have now because of you. It's fine.
But literally from day one, Lindsey got hired onto the tour, and I was like, so you're going to strap me into this big lift that takes me up in the air.
30 minutes of meeting you, you were like, okay, you're going to strap me in. And I was like, I don't know you.
I feel like they made you do it just because no one else wanted to do it, and you were new.
Yeah, probably.
And now you've just become the
person.
person that straps me in, so, you know, it works.
I am protective of it now. I'm like, no one else can be responsible. Like,
Yeah. If she's gonna die, I'm gonna be the one that it's gonna be on me.
We're gonna go down together.
Yes. So funny. Yeah, Master Tides was hilarious. Also, you would always say you would love. You always made sure to be side stage to watch it because you had to see Addie's faces.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love Addie's face.
I don't get to see as much because I'm looking at the audience and I'm performing, and so and they're usually parallel with me or like slightly behind me, so I don't get to focus on their faces as much, except for moments when I like look at them. But when I was editing the show for our like live show stream that we did, I died when I watched that number. Like, I feel like Jessica also was so funny, like so much funnier than I knew she was, and Addie's faces.
Addie wasn't hamming it up. Like, that was her every night. Every night. That's why we gave her for the Christmas tour. That's why we gave her the role of holding the sign. She's made for it, you know?
Yes, their facial expressions are amazing. Yes, Dan. Okay, I think I'm warm enough. I'm going to turn off this.
It is very warm in here now.
Okay, it'll turn off in a second. You guys see that? See what's behind me the whole time? That. Always. If I'm sitting on something, there's like a 90% chance that Luna's like squished behind me. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's so quiet.
Yeah, guys.
Wow.
You had no idea that the world was this silent, but it is. All right. Oh, people are posting their little Luna emojis that Fish made with love.
I did.
Why is Fish not on camera? Fish can come say hi if she feels like it. I don't ban her from the camera.
Wow.
She's usually honestly like multitasking and doing other stuff over there.
I'm literally shopping for our studio right
Yeah.
now.
So we're like turning this little space right here into a like studio / photo space / stream space. It's like my little production place now, which is nice because that means I don't have to constantly like tear apart my own house to film things and stream and yeah, exactly. While people are walking in and out, like no one's gonna come in and out of here. Like this is my own little space. That's like, anyways. So Fish is so like I said, she's always doing stuff. She does not just sit around. This girl.
Sometimes I do. I'm working on a big blanket right now. I brought that to work on while we were streaming.
Love it.
Yeah.
She's been knitting a lot,
Yeah.
which makes me so happy that.
Do you want a blanket?
Who's gonna say no to a hand knit blanket? It's so funny because I keep looking over at you and you'll literally be like this.
Yeah, like looking up and around.
I'm like,
Can
what
I
is
get
she?
behind her and measure that without being in the stream?
Absolutely. I mean, well, you'll be in the stream, but you can absolutely get up and measure it. Okay. How are the acoustics there? I don't know. Tell me, what do you guys think? I think the acoustics are pretty good. They're not quite as echoey as my kitchen for obvious reasons because it's not a kitchen with a bunch of tile, but there are wood floors and wood ceilings, so it sounds pretty decent. People are saying they need to learn how to knit, Fish. Maybe you could do a stream sometime.
I should admit, it's crochet, not knitting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the less talented of the two.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. That's true for us too. The less talented of the two.
No, I refuse. That is not true.
What was it we were playing on the bus that one night? The voting game?
We played the voting game, and I feel like people hold on to that game. Like,
I do. I think about it.
Like, people hold on to things. Like, Alec will still say to me, yeah, because I have loose morals.
Yeah.
Like, it's a game where basically a card is presented, and it says, who has, for example, this one was has lost their moral compass.
Yeah.
And then you have to look around the room, and you have to, like, if who's playing, your friends, and you have to vote for someone.
You vote anonymously.
Yeah, you vote anonymously, but they see when you take your card back. They're like, you voted for me!
I'm 99% sure you voted that I always came in second place.
I did not vote for that
Did you
one.
not? Okay, well, everyone else did.
No, I think you barely won.
Well, I still won.
But also, what's wrong with... So, fishes, like, I think I won some very unflattering ones.
I voted for you coming in second place. So that was a Dancing with the Stars joke. Yeah.
I actually, when that card... So, Fish won the one who always comes in second place. I would have voted for myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I come in second. But also, then again, coming in second place is a great honor.
Sure.
But Fish won that card. She got the most votes. What other ones? I'm trying to remember what I won.
Oh.
I know that I won who's gonna, like, talk to their neighbor.
You didn't win the spelling one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have won the who
Hated
can't
it.
spell illiterate.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm like, how do you spell
I voted for you on
that? Yeah,
that one.
I should have won that one for sure. Oh, I won who hasn't read a book in the last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I read all the time. But then again, it depends how you look at it.
I voted for you because it was an audio. You listened to
I listen to audiobooks all the time. But I was like, guys, I'm dyslexic. But then it's like, well, that disclaimer doesn't matter. Like, I still haven't read. But then I was like, that's not true because I read the book club book. And actually, I have a really great thing we could give away on Discord to people who were in the book club. I have my version of the Daring Greatly book with all my notes in the side margins and things underlined. I thought that would be a fun thing to give away to someone in the Discord that was in the book club. So let's find a way to, like...
Yeah. Well, okay, so maybe now is a good transition into... We are doing a soft relaunch of...
Yes.
Make sure I can hear myself. We are doing a soft relaunch of the Discord. And included in that is a lot of giveaways. We're doing bi-monthly events. Pretty much starting in February. February is the relaunch of Discord because we're coming up on a year old and it's kind of getting a little bit of a facelift. There's a new Ask Lindsey.
Like my hair, new facelift. Yes, a new Ask Lindsey, thanks to Benji, who made a brand new bot, which is so cool. So thank you, Benji, for working on that.
Yes.
And, but yeah, I'm really excited about the giveaways. We've been, like, collecting all kinds of cool things to put in this giveaway.
Yes.
Like old costume bits and, like, old things I've worn or, like, little tiny things that were in music videos or photo shoots. And so that's really fun. We're also going to be doing a new costume auction soon, actually. Which is, like, of course, the, like, really big costumes. Like, there's some cool ones in this one.
I also found your, that you did in that TikTok where you signed the Seahawks jersey. I pulled that out.
Oh, you pulled that out?
Put aside for a giveaway.
So yeah, we have all kinds of just really fun little giveaway things. Also, should we talk about the recipes?
Yeah, absolutely. That's starting in February as well.
So this was Lacey and Fish's idea. Do you want to describe it?
Sure, yeah. Everyone loves a good Stirling cooking stream. So what we are going to do is starting in February, we're going to open up recipe suggestions via the Discord. And Lindsey and myself and, guests who are going to come and help we'll be doing cooking streams. And then at the very end of the year, we are going to put together a recipe book of all of the fans' recipes.
Yeah, it'll be a Sterlingite recipe book.
Yeah, have a little digital cookbook for everybody to enjoy around Christmas time. So
that sounds really fun. So yeah, we'll be taking your guys' favorite recipes and putting them in there for me to cook.
Yeah, so starting in February, we're doing some Discord.
We just want to make it.
Yeah,
we want to make it a more engaged community. Of course, we want it to be run by you guys, and so these are all things that basically you guys get to, like, run and suggest and do. Why is my hair?
We've spent the last few months putting a lot of thought into Discord and you know, wanting to do it properly. So I think February is our launch date for new Discord. Come join us and get ready for the fun.
Wow, my hair today, I
Looks
just...
great.
Does it?
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not lying. I would tell you.
You're a liar.
I'm looking at you on screen right now. It looks good.
Thank
A
you.
little greasy, but it looks good.
Definitely greasy.
Yeah.
You know.
But it looks nice.
Well, thanks. You know, we're just going for the messy, but also it's really hard to do your hair when it's backwards. Like the monitor is mirrored, and so I'm like, okay, whatever.
Everybody in chat is like, you look great.
No, thank you. I'm sorry. You know how you do that when you see yourself and you just are like, I need to fix that piece, and then you try to fix it, and then you're like, I need to fix that piece. Anyways, we're fine. I'm over it. Someone's self-critical. Guys, I'm just okay. Fine. Maybe just a little bit. All right. I'm sorry. But yes, I'm super excited about the Discord, so stay tuned for that. Digital cookbook free on Discord. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it will be free.
Yes.
It's definitely going to be free because it's coming from you guys. So
Yeah.
yeah, be a part of our Discord community because it is going to be extra special. And like I said, it's just a place where you guys get to kind of be the bosses and run the place, and also it's fun because that's where you get free stuff. And I like giving away free stuff. That's a kind of a cool melody.
Yeah, I like it.
Good, I gotta switch it up.
I'm looking at your Twitch stream right now. One, realizing I didn't change the border, so it currently says we're in sound check. My apologies, everybody. But two, just imagining what, you know, for the next stream, what this backdrop is going to look like. We're kind of creating, Lindsay, a Twitch streaming studio right now. If you guys could see the room we're in, it is a mess. It looks like a construction site. But, yeah, I'm excited for what this backdrop is going to look like. A little neon sign over there. It's going to be great.
It will be cool. Yeah, I got this neon sign from our old meet and greet.
I hope they don't want that back for next tour. Because, like, I'm not taking it down.
So I'm just kind of like playing around with some like melodies right now. Because it's always a good idea to just... I'm going to be writing later today, so I kind of get in that writing headspace. So I'm just going to be like... Maybe I'll grab my phone and just make some voice notes of these if I like them. But you'll just get to see me like tinker around, I think, right now. And because usually when I go into writing sessions, I like to go in as kind of a blank slate and just like talk to the people I'm writing with and come up with some ideas on the spot. But it's always nice if I have like these ideas in my head that I've already played with that I can pull out and be like, oh, what about this, you know? Oh, you know, it just helps me to like springboard some ideas. Can you actually grab, oh, fish, fishy fish, reading my mind, bringing me my phone. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna record that because it's just nice to have these little ideas to be like, oh, I thought of something yesterday, or like, I think I have a melody. And also sometimes I don't even realize I'm pulling a melody from my ideas, but it's like, for example, Till the Light Goes Out, that that was something I had previously done in a moment like this and just been like, that's a cool melody. And it was weeks later that I was in a writing session. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. I think I got something for this. And I pulled it out and just started playing it. And the guy was like, wow. Like, I'm like, yeah, that came out of a place that already existed in my brain. So it's kind of fun to have little melodies. Okay, so I'm going to record that just on my phone. So I don't want to have to set up my microphone and everything. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. One little idea.
I was holding that coffin.
Oh, I'm like, oh great, there's a cough in the middle of my voice note. What am I gonna do now? Thank you. Your Ordinary Man says Till the Light Goes Out is one of the coolest music videos I've ever seen. Thank you. It was a lot of work, and I was very proud of it. Like, I would love to have a song that has like a groove in it, you know, the kind of groove that makes you be like, dang it, no, bang, ding it.
Just making sure those work.
You cooking something?
Wow, that turns out really fast.
Just a. Oh, that's cool. I like that pattern. Sorry, I'm just thinking, guys. This is how the process works. You just think a lot. Also, it's interesting. One thing about writing sessions is, like, before I go into them, I also do a lot of just like thinking and writing, and so like actually writing down just thoughts and feelings. And like every album I do a lot of journaling to just be like, where am I at right now? Where is my life at? How do I feel about the world? What are you laughing at?
Where's my life at right now? Wow, my journal would be a mess.
Oh, 100%. No one is allowed to read my journal. And also, I am in the firm belief, like my mom was always like, you know, you should write in your journals for posterity's sake, so your like grandchildren and stuff can. And I'm like, absolutely not. My journals are going to be burned.
Oh my god.
No one's allowed. Like, I don't want my grandchildren thinking that this is my life.
Leave
Like,
them to me in your will, and I'll make sure they get destroyed.
yeah, you destroy those things. I would rather them see the highlight reel on my Instagram, be like, be like, wow, she had a great life. Because my journal is full of like, you know, I only write in my journal usually when I'm in those like really dark places.
Yeah, same.
And everybody's gonna be like, this woman was seriously disturbed. And it's like, no, I just happened to only write when I was in that dark moment. So anyways.
I'm actually a very happy person.
Yeah, I'm actually quite, you know, I have a great life. Like, medieval vibe, I love it. Yes, exactly. Burn it! Okay. What have the most strange requests you've got on the show? On this show? Oh, I don't know. I've got some strange requests though. Okay, so where am I at right now? Where is my life? One thing I've been thinking a lot about lately is just how sad it is that the world is so divided. Yeah. You know, like that's something that's been in my mind a lot, of just like if we could all sometimes just take the opportunity to listen, and stop yelling at each other, stop speaking, and just sometimes listen, but truly listen to other people's perspective. Like, you know, the thought that it's impossible to hate someone if you know their story. It's almost impossible not to love someone if you truly know their story. And so if we took some time to like stop worrying about our opinions and how we feel about it and why we feel that way, if we just took some time to listen to other people, you know, and realize that it's okay to think differently. Like right now, there's a big thing of like, if you don't agree with me, or if you don't agree with my political views, or if you don't agree with exactly how I see the world and where I'm at, because, you know, I'm very woke right now, or like whatever it is, like, you know, we live in this culture where everybody feels like they're very woke and like, I'm aware, but just because someone's a little bit behind you doesn't mean that they don't still have valued opinions. It also doesn't mean that they're a bad person just because they're not to the stage you're at yet. So I don't know. I just wish that we could like listen, be open, like see people as people and not as opinions. That's a big thing I've been thinking about lately, is just, I can't, like, honestly, it all comes down to like love. That is the most important thing in this world. If we could all just be full of love. So anyways, it probably sounds very generic, but that's something I've been like thinking about a lot lately. What else? I think another thing I've been thinking about is like, when did I become an adult? Like as a kid, you always feel like adults have it all figured out, and then you become an adult and you realize like, wow, you never have it all figured out, but now I'm an adult and like I'm supposed to know exactly what to do. I'm supposed to have my, like, supposedly by your 30s you're supposed to have everything figured out, and it's like,
Not even close.
yeah, you're definitely not even close.
How do I do taxes?
How the heck do I do taxes? Like, you know, questions like how do, like, really deep questions that you always thought you would just know when you become an adult.
No, there was
And
no
you,
turn on for being an adult. There was no like switch.
yeah, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I still think I should go to my mom for advice for everything, but like,
Which I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this idea of like, when did I become an adult? And gosh, I suddenly realized that adults don't know everything, and I definitely don't. Like, there's there's something, I think there's something there of like saying, I'm turning 30 and I still don't know everything. Of course you don't, you know?
It makes me wonder if, because my mom was my age when she had me.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, like, did you feel like my brain feels now? Because I feel like you were a lot more mature, maybe.
We think
don't
that,
know.
but I don't think so. I think that people just like have to step up and act like they know it. Like our parents, we thought they knew all the answers, but literally they were probably wondering like, what the heck do I do with, like, I listen to my friends who have kids and they'll talk amongst, you know, our group of friends, and they're just like, I don't know what to do with my daughter. Like, she is struggling so much right now with this, and I don't know how to help her. Like, am I raising a brat? I'm trying my best not to, but like, I don't know what to do. Like, so that's a thought of like, also like listening to my sister talk when she's like worried so much about sending her kids to school because like suddenly she can't protect them anymore, and she's like, kids think that adults know everything and they're going to think their teacher's opinion is right about everything, and like if the teacher doesn't see how special they are, you know, and like, you know, oh my gosh, she said something so profound the other day. She was talking about, my sister has twins, and they were in a little gymnastics class, and one of them is just a free spirit, and she you know, she has a hard time with constraints, and if people tell her like, you have to do this right now, she's not trying to be belligerent, she's not trying to be like, no, I'm not going to do that and I'm going to disobey. In her mind, she's just like, almost can't help herself. She's like, but that balance beam over there, you know, and she just has to run over and explore it. And anyways, but Brooke said that she was watching her daughter in this little class, and the teacher, she has a new teacher now, and the teacher kept treating her like the bad kid.
Oh no.
And she said it broke her heart until eventually Brooke was like, hey, come over here, sit with me, you know, like called her daughter over because she was like, I don't like the way this interaction is going. And she found her a new class with a teacher that fit, but she was like, watching my daughter get treated like the bad kid and then watching her react, she's like, I could see her start to then process like, well, if I'm not a good kid, you know, then I guess I might as well. And she's like, then she started to slowly throughout the course of this like hour and a half class start to act like the bad kid. And it just was such a thought of like, we're all a product of how we're raised and how we're treated and how we perceive the world sees us. And it's like, nobody's a bad kid.
No.
We're all just trying our best. And like, I don't know, that was a really
gosh.
deep thought to me of just like, what if we were treated like the bad kid? Like, what if that's what made us the way we are? Or what if we were told that we were special and that's why some of us are the way we are? Like,
wow. Just some deep thoughts
yeah.
for a Thursday morning. It's Thursday, right?
All I know is it's the 27th.
Yes. Wow, yeah.
But yeah, that's been on my mind highlight, and I think that could be a song right there. Like, I'm gonna write that down. What if, like, even asking the question, what if I'd been treated like the good kid, like in a song?
Wow, yeah. I should change the title of the stream to Songwriting with Lindsey Stirling.
Yeah, I might do this more often, where I come on here and just like talk out loud.
Yeah.
And like, you know, basically I'll talk with Fish, and I'd love to see your guys' responses to see if you guys like, oh, by the way, I see people saying, poor Evelyn in Oakland. They're fine. Brooke is like such a good mom, and she's so good at dealing with situations and pulling them aside and being like, hey, how did that make you feel? And, you know, them telling her how they made her feel. Like Evelyn first said, teacher got mad at me. And Brooke is like, it's a gymnastics class for 4-year-olds. This is what she was saying to me. She's like, the teacher should not be getting mad. Like, I'm not trying to make my kids Olympians. I just wanted them to get out their energy. Like, you know. Anyways, what if I'd been treated like, and it's funny, this sounds like it's a very like written, fortunately I had the personality where I was treated like the good kid. I was the kid that like sat there, but also that was almost detrimental to me in a way too, because I learned that like if you act a certain way and if you please people, that like you'll be seen as good.
Yeah.
And I think to this day, I worry so much about what people think of me and do they see me as good? Like, you know what I mean? Like we're all reacting to the world we're put in. And what if I'd been treated like the bad kid? Or what if I'd been treated like the good kid? I don't know. I for some reason, I know some songwriters don't like this. I like asking questions in songs. I think it's kind of makes people think.
Agreed.
I was the brat kid. Oh. You know, I have another friend who has a son that just got diagnosed with like ADHD, and she's like, oh, this explains a lot of like how he just can't help himself sometimes. It's like he's literally exploding out of his skin, and he's just trying to deal, you know? We got a raised hand in the corner. We got a
too close to home.
Bad Lindsey album. Let's see, what other thoughts have I had? I had the thought the other day about how I have such a hard time, and I know I'm not alone in this, but I have a hard time when I feel like I've got too much space. I like constriction. I like structure. I like to know what I'm doing. I love it when I open my calendar and I see a full day. It makes me feel like I have worth. And it's really hard for me when I'm in phases where it's like, you know, as much as it's funny because in my mind, everybody in Hollywood is so busy all the time and so important. But you're like, I guarantee you, like, after Jennifer Lawrence has finished a film and then finished the press for it, and then doesn't have another film booked, I guarantee you she has free time.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And I guarantee you after, you know, Dua Lipa gets off her big tour and is done writing an album, she has a lull. Like, it happens. Life comes in phases, and sometimes you're super busy, and sometimes you're not, and it doesn't mean your value gets sucked away as soon as the tasks get sucked away. And I, too often, associate my value. I love Dua Lipa, too. That's why I used her, because she's great. But I attach too much value to the task. You
and I struggled with that a lot when 2020 came around. We were both like, what do we do without work?
And like, what brings satisfaction to life? What brings value to myself if I don't have tasks and work and busyness to make me feel? And sometimes I even mistake busyness with productivity, which they're two very different things. And so the idea of being suffocated by space is an interesting, because, you know, if you're being suffocated, or if you're claustrophobic, usually that means you're like being held tight. But like the idea of you're so suffocated because you have so much space is a really interesting concept. Suffocated by space. I bring value to the task. Let's see. Free time is great planning time. No longer take planning, more quality time to plan. Yeah, exactly. It's like her Instagram is great. She looks like she's living her best life. It's okay to slow down. Absolutely.
Why are your bows just on the floor?
That's a bad one. Sorry. Diamonds under my feet, please. That was a cool concept. Maybe I should try to finish that song, or like redo it.
Oh, so many spiders.
Oh, really?
Oh gosh.
Heavens. Whoa, I just had a thought. It left me. I have extreme social anxiety. This is one way I try to combat, but it's kind of all I have left. Are you saying like a routine is how you combat it? A lot of your words to sit in silence and to process your thoughts and emotions. Oh, a lot of your words. I'm like, yeah, and like silence and space, like being afraid of space and being afraid of silence, like that's where you find, I feel like that's where you sit with yourself. That's why meditation is so important, because you learn to breathe, you learn to be okay with just sitting and being. Also, there's something interesting when I'm like, how deep do I want to get today? Sorry, I'm like, yeah, it's funny. It's like I'm okay with like rewarding myself. Everything is based on like rewards. It's like, okay, if I've worked really, really hard, it's like I can take a little break. But then once I feel like my allotted break is over, it's like, okay, I better have something else to jump into.
Yeah.
Or, you know, because my allotted break is over. I'm such a planner. And like the other day, I like slept in. And I mean, I've been sleeping in a lot lately because I don't have like anything specific to get up for. And sometimes I have a hard time getting out of bed. And that's something that goes along with depression. And I'm not like severely depressed. I'm just going through a little bit of a, what you call a funky, I call it a funky time, where I'm like, I'm not severely depressed. I know what severe depression feels like, but I'm just a little depressed. And those days, it's really hard to pull yourself out of bed. And I think a lot of you guys can relate to this. And it's like, I feel like I'm having a hard time pulling myself out of bed because I feel like I haven't quite found my purpose in where I'm at yet. And it's like, oh, someone says they're so depressed lately. I do think the new year, a lot of people face a lot of depression. It's like the holidays are over. You have to like restart your year. You're trying to like have all these great goals, but also sometimes you haven't found your rhythm yet in the new year because you just came off like vacation time. And, you know, so it's like, where do I put myself? How do I find rhythm? So yeah, it's just sleeping in is the most horrible thing. Sleeping in is the most horrible thing. Whole day is done then because I feel like a failure. Yeah. See, that's the thing. If I sleep in too long, I'm like, yeah, I'll like even say I'm a waste of skin.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I think like being kind to ourselves and allowing like my roommate was like, you're so hard on yourself. You know, she's like, you hold so much like rigidity in your life. Like, give yourself a break. If you want to sleep in, you have time right now. Sleep in. You work like a workhorse all the time. Like,
You do.
give yourself a break. And it's, you know, it's like, and so yeah, it's like, and advice on off night here when I'm feeling down is really look at the evidence, whether things really are that bad. We look at the state of the world, it only makes it worse. Oh, it's nice to know we all have something that affects us, and it's nice to share and talk about. My depression is a battle every day. I kick myself to keep going when I don't want to fight it. That day. Yeah. Please do My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Yeah, I want to just say to everybody that's struggling, like, I think there's so much strength in, like, talking about this stuff, because you find, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. Like, everybody feels this way at some time or another, or in some way, shape, or form. Everybody has a different extreme of it, but, like, you know, we all have faced times when we feel like we don't measure up, or we're not enough, or we're depressed, or, you know, and there's a lot of comfort in knowing that, like, these are very normal feelings, you know. And
normal. Especially this time of year. A lot of people don't talk enough about
the January depression. Yeah.
That is a real thing.
And it's like the holidays kind of pull us through at least they pull me through the winter part of it, but then in the beginning of the year, the beginning winter, January, I just always have a really hard time. You know, and part of it's also because January reminds me of my dad passing away. You know, the anniversary of his passing just passed, and it hit me really hard this year. And I'm always surprised when it hits me hard. Like, for some reason, it's like, oh my gosh, that was 5 years ago. But yeah, it hit me hard this year, and again, I was surprised. But, you know, just giving yourself some time to feel and accepting that, like, you are where you are, and that's okay. Yeah, growing. I wish I could think of a good line for, like, the idea of like being an adult. Like, I don't know. I think that's a pretty relatable concept of when did I become an adult? Like, and
kind of putting to rest of your childhood.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I am very much not a child anymore. Shoot.
I'm sure there's tons of songs written about that, like rock songs, but that's okay. Also, I feel like I need to write a song about like a "You're Awesome" song, you know. Like, you're awesome just the way you are, and like a song about, like, you're enough, you're amazing. Because I think I know everybody struggles with it, but more than men, women struggle with it more. It's, like, clinically proven that women struggle so much with, and like I said, everybody struggles with it, and I'm not saying men don't, but just chemically and biologically, women have a problem with self-deprecation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, for example, they've done studies on, like, a group of men that give a presentation, and, you know, if the feedback is like, you know, sorry guys, like, that wasn't a good presentation. Men come out, and when they're asked about the reaction, they're like, well, you know, we probably could have done better, you know, and also, like, that was subjective. The guy, you know, that was an opinion from the critique. Like, you know, so they see it more as like, okay, let's go rework. Let's figure this out. Let's get better. And, you know, gosh, maybe he was just having a bad day too, you know? Where women, if they give a presentation, instead of coming out and with that attitude, when they're asked about the critique, they're a lot more hard on themselves as a person. It's not like, let's just go and make it better. Let's work harder. It's the initial reaction is, I'm not good at this. Like, I don't even know why I tried. You know, like, that's the initial reaction. Women have to work a little harder to overcome this sense of, like, I'm not enough. And you know, maybe that comes from culture. Maybe it comes from biology. Maybe it's a combination of both. But overcoming this sense of, like, that you're not enough. Like, I would love to write just an awesome song that says, you're awesome. Yeah. I got Pump Me Up. It's also another thought I've had a lot lately. Just because something cracks doesn't mean it's broken. Something along those lines. And that can be in terms of people or in terms of like relationships. Act, but not.
It's cold fast, doesn't it?
I know. His song called. Yeah, something about sparkle. There's a. Oh yes, I've heard of the Japanese art. I forget what it's called, but they like.
Oh, where you break a thing and.
And then you put it back together with like gold, and it makes it stronger.
It is kintsugi. Kintsugi?
Ah, yes, kintsugi. That's what someone. The Okama-san says you should look at kintsugi in Japan. A song with haze in the title about mental health. Oh. Yeah, more songs about mental health. I'm always down to write about mental health. I don't know if that's a part. Yeah, if you break something, it gets stronger. What else? I need to just like journal for like an hour. Let's see. Maybe a sequel. Yeah, it's always fun writing a sequel to previous songs. I always like songs that feel like they're like overcoming. Trying to think of some of the. I think showing your. Something about like showing your mess or like letting people see your messiness.
Yeah, letting people see the, Instagram is really drilled into the heads of so many young people and old people like me that, people's lives are perfect. Instagram, Facebook, all of those, letting people see like the mess of your life, figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
Be like, look, we all
picture perfect.
have a mess.
Oh, look at her go! She's
Yeah.
crocheting. That is a large ball of yarn.
Yeah, surprisingly, this is how much one of those gets you. Not that much, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
The shirt is pretty though.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe a baby blanket.
Emotions are allowed. Did you get a cat? No, I did not. Unless you consider Luna a cat, which she's part cat. Fish should sell her stuff on your website.
Mediocre crafts by Fish.
Yeah, Luna is practically a cat. She's just back here sleeping.
She's a pretty low maintenance dog.
we tried to film something with Luna the other day. It was so funny because we needed her to sleep. And Luna sleeps 18 hours a day. Like, look at her back here. She just is like, no, I don't want to wake up. So, but she was not going to do it. She was like ready to play and wanted her food. And she kept trying to stand up, and I kept trying to like calm her down and lay her down, and she just kept like pushing up against my hand. Like, no, I swear she knows when we're filming or taking pictures.
She really does.
She's very aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna's the best. Hi, sweet girl. No. So, yeah, I feel like I need to do some just solid journaling.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm trying to think if there's any other. I would like to write a song about like uniting the world, like just wishing that we could all give each other the permission to be different, and like that's not a bad thing. Like, when did it become that if you have a different view of reality than someone, that made you a bad person? You know, I don't know.
It just comes down to empathy.
Yeah.
We are a world that lacks empathy.
Yeah, it's like just because someone doesn't have the perspective you do doesn't mean that they're bad. Doesn't mean that they don't also have a, you know, possibly valid perspective, or that they just haven't had a chance to learn what you've learned. Yeah. What?
My friend Tony just asked, what do you think of having to wait 3 whole seconds at a stop sign before going? That's the issue that he's dealing with right now, apparently.
Wait, you have to wait 3 whole seconds?
You're supposed to. Here in California, we do something called a California roll.
Yeah, you barely come to a stop, and then you're like...
Which will net you a $500 ticket in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
I don't know that from experience, but my ex knows that from experience.
Wow, okay, good to know. 3 whole seconds. That's a long time. Stop.
It is.
1, 2,
Especially
3.
if there's no one there.
Yeah.
I just make sure my wheels come to a stop.
Yeah, exactly. I stop.
Yeah.
And then I'll count a really quick 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. but good to know that that's a real thing.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I will.
Oh god.
Also, I still don't uproar in the chat. I'm about to say something
Oh no.
controversial.
Oh no.
I'm still researching NFTs. I'm researching them. Okay?
That's it.
Uproar! I see it. So yes, I'm just I've been doing a ton of listening to podcasts and like, you know, talking to people who know their stuff, talking to friends. What is an NFT? It's a digital art, and you can buy it usually just with like currencies that are like Ethereum or Bitcoin, like, you know, coin-based online currencies. But I've also found this one's much more eco-friendly, and it's I'm looking into one where you can buy it with dollars, you know, and I am thinking of probably doing it where like half of everything that I make from the NFT would go to my charity, the Upside Fund, so that it has a charitable, because I've got to find a way to earn money for the charity, because right now I just sponsor everything. You know, I just basically you know, of course, on top of what I make through streaming and all of that stuff on Twitch, I fill in all the gaps with just my own money. And so it would be great if I had a way to actually raise some money for the Upside Fund. But you don't need to use NFTs to give to charity. No, but it's just another income that would allow me to raise money for charity. There is also and audio-based NFTs. Okay, you can skip the crypto stuff. It might be okay. Yeah, so I was thinking of maybe, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm just looking into it, and one price for you. No opposed to NFTs, but not interested. Yeah, I have some fun ideas of like possibly, anyways, I've thought about re-editing some old music videos, like re-editing Crystallize to make a unique music video that no one's ever seen. I thought that would be really fun. Because whether we, yeah, I'm gonna start experiencing it myself by like getting a Coinbase wallet and starting to just try the market myself, and not in terms of like, I'm not trying to make a bunch of money. I just, before I put you guys into it, I want to try it myself to see how I like it, the experience. I'm sure if you release NFTs, that would be sick. I did someone talking their ideas of NFT. No. Do you?
Ooh, everyone's got opinions.
Yeah, I'm like trying to keep up with this.
Wow.
There's less risk as creating NFTs, at least. Amazing. Keep up something you don't know anything. That's smart. We can learn alongside you. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to money grab. It's almost just the more I read about it, the more I see that people truly feel like this is the future. And I don't want our community to be left out of that, if that makes sense. Because NFTs is a place where, you know how if you guys buy a piece of merch, it's like it's hard to resell a piece of merch. You can, but anyways, it's just a lot harder to do that. But an NFT is something that gets put into the blockchain and it holds its value, supposedly, if it's a good NFT. And I would create value to these by allowing them to be tokens that earn you things. So if you bought an NFT, it allows you to, I don't know, get into a monthly Zoom with me. I don't know. I'm just making that up off the top of my head. But because I would give value to these tokens, you're not just buying a little piece of art, you get value with it outside of it. And that allows for our community to not be left behind. And you guys could own these tokens that get more value and hold their value as the world of NFTs build, and then our community isn't left behind.
I want to interject because House You Dead said, brought up the eco-friendly thing. I think the eco-friendly part of it is probably a top concern.
Yeah.
And people should trust that, Lindsay's talking to legit professionals about the pros, the cons,
And it's something that they're massively working on right now. Like it looks like they're making a new way the blockchain can be created. And that is what makes it uneco-friendly. And also the platform I've been looking at, there's a possible new coin that's coming out. Like, so it's not Ethereum or Bitcoin, but it's a new coin and it's much more eco-friendly. So yes, there are different options. I'm not sure if I might try just to dabble myself in these other Coinbase. Anyways, I want to get too far into it. But I just want to say I'm looking into it. I want to let you guys know that I'm being eco-friendly conscious, and I'm trying to find platforms that have better awareness of that. Hence, possibly making one that can be bought with dollars, but we'll still get on the blockchain. So I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So, anyways, this is just something I'm looking into. One, most importantly, because it's the future, and I don't want our community to get left behind, if that makes sense. This is something where it's a very community-based thing, which I think is very cool about it. And so, for example, Gary Vee is super smart in this space, always has been ahead in this space, and his fans that have bought these NFTs from him have become quite wealthy off of his NFTs because they bought them and they've increased in value, and his community is now kind of ahead of the curve of all the other communities because they have these tokens that have become quite valuable because they were some of the first in the NFT world in terms of a community. And so, like I said, I don't want, it's as if, just say people are like left behind. Just say that like I was a touring artist and like toured for years and only did that. And then all of a sudden YouTube came out and I was like, that's stupid. And I was like, I don't want to get into that. That's for a bunch of kids doing covers. And then Instagram came out and I'm like, that's dumb. That's just for a bunch of like kids that are like posting pictures of their food and their cats. And TikTok, ew. our community would have been left behind. We would not have the ability to connect in these platforms. And then by the time I jumped on, we would have been very left behind. You guys would have had a hard time finding me. We wouldn't have the community we have now. So artists have to keep up with the curve of technology so that... Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Am I explaining that well?
I think so.
Like, I just know that when new spaces get developed, if you don't jump into them in time, it's really hard to catch up. And same with like building a Discord. Like our Discord is growing, but you know, if I'd started right when Discord came out, if I had been aware of it then, our community would be more developed. We're catching up right now. You know, we're starting to make it cool. We're learning. We're trying to keep up with the curve and all these different technologies. Anyways, okay, I'll stop talking. I'll stop. Okay, I'm going to play you some songs.
Ongoing process.
Yeah, and it's technology and art have always been intertwined. Always. And as an artist, it's part of your job to like continuously, like the only reason I am relevant at all is because I've continuously kept up with technology. And yeah, exactly. Someone says YouTube seemed really dumb at the time. But you know, like I remember it was almost embarrassing to be on YouTube when I first started. True artists weren't about it. They thought it was stupid and that it was going to disappear and that, you know, and it was not a very relevant platform. Same with TikTok. It was seen as a place for like little girls to do silly dances. Now that's the only way you can spread music, literally.
TikTok is a really good example.
Yeah. It was so dumb at first and people didn't get it. And like, honestly, I remember like Fish and I spent hours talking about being like, I don't get it. It's stupid. Like, why don't we understand? Why did this video do well? And then I studied it and I learned, okay, I get it.
I talked with a lot of professionals.
Yeah, I talked with a lot of people that did well on it. I studied what they did. This is just a more extreme version of all of these things. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I even thought about giving away... Well, actually, some of you might have my first NFT. It was the Lose You Now lanyard that we gave away for people that like shared the video the most or watched the video the most or something. I think we gave out 100 of them. And so I think I'm going to make some kind of cool reward attached to that NFT. Which is cool. Like, and I think I might do that again where I give away, like I create an NFT and give it away for free. Hopefully it'll start to gain some value because people could then, if you wanted, you could sell that NFT because now that NFT gets you something, you know, 5% off at the merch store if you can put in the code of your NFT or, you know, anyways. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about NFTs. No, someone's saying they have that one. All right. Whew, not quite clean. People are all saying, oh, I found my NFT. It's in my download folder. There you go.
Look how excited everyone
That's your first NFT.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And we just gave them away. And it was funny when we did that, I didn't understand it. My team was like trying to describe it to me. And I'm like, but why would anyone want that? And they were like, it's a thing. It's going to be a thing. And I'm like, okay. So we did it. And anyways, I should make some kind of a cool like thing attached to that. Like,
yeah. Okay. Remember when like maybe not you probably don't remember, but like people used to say the internet was just a fad and it wasn't going to be a thing.
Oh, 100%. Every time something new comes, well, also we're all afraid of change.
Yeah.
And also we're all afraid of what we don't understand. And so that's why I'm researching it, because I don't want to be afraid of this thing. And anytime someone brings up Bitcoin or Ethereum, I'm like, ugh. Like it makes me nervous because I'm like, I don't understand it. And so I'm trying, I still don't understand it, but I'm trying and I'm studying, I'm learning. Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to maybe talk amongst ourselves and figure out what's a fun little thing we could do. Like maybe a limited Zoom that people can only come into if they have that first NFT.
Yeah, that's
like just attach some, because that's what makes NFTs cool, is when you attach value to them. You make them something that gets you something. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this, I promise. Did I just quote X-Men, someone says? I love X-Men. Alright, someone's asking for an Artemis song. Also, making like an NFT version of the comic book.
Ooh,
that's sick. That's really a fun idea. And like, in order to get the second comic book, you have to have the first one. I don't know. That'd be fun. And maybe I'll make those digital, and if you have a comic book, you get it. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. That was a nice run. Okay. Artemis. Okay. Idea. I should make an NFT just for the Discord people.
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
An NFT that can only be had by... That's the thing. NFTs don't have to be a money grab. I think that's the bad concept behind them. And, like, of course, I think I will make some really special NFTs that I will sell. But I think I might start out by just being like, you know, and eventually maybe people will have to... you know, get a hold of one of these to be a part of the Discord. I don't know, but for now it'd be cool to just give it, or maybe it's like, you know, all of you guys were early to the Discord, so you have this early NFT, and it can be used as your, like, you know, I don't know, sorry. I'm just seeing cool comments in here. There's a lot of Discord, and NFT, you know, and then, okay. sorry. I went off on a tangent. We had a way too long of a chat about it. That's another way to think about it. Think about in the day when, like, fan clubs, for example. Sometimes it, like, for the first 100 people, like, I forget what band did this, but for the first 100 people in their fan club, they got something.
Yeah.
And then when they got to, like, 1,000 people in the fan club, all those 1,000 people got something. You know, but they all had, like, a number. So it became, like, in a way, it was like a status symbol in the fandom. And that sounds bad, but it was just like, people could be like, look, I was one of the first 100 fans. Look, I was fan number 10 in this community. Or I have the 1,000 fan token or shirt or like whatever it was they sent them. So it's like if we gave an NFT to the people that were in the Discord now, it would kind of serve as a thing that you would have to show people, I was one of the original Discord members. You know, and it would just be something that you'd have in your NFT wallet. You could you can post it online, you can share it. It's not like it's secret, you can't share it. But you own this one copy of this NFT art that showcases that and if you wanted, you could sell it. But I think most people would want to hold on to it, one, for sentimental reasons, and secondly, because if we keep building our community and stuff, that might accrue value eventually. Like, it might actually become worth something someday. Who knows? Okay. The same way, if you had like the original 100-person t-shirt of a fan club, you could sell that for money. This is just a digital version of I keep saying I'm gonna stop talking about it, but I then get excited because I'm excited. I think it's gonna be something that will make us proud of our community. I think it's something that they could be trading tokens, like someone saying trading cards. Like, yeah, what if I made like a crystallized one, but I only made like 100 of those, and then I only made 10 pirates, pirate ones for Master of Tides, but I made 1,000 elements ones. These trading cards would become exciting, and they could be things that people collect. They could be things that you trade because you have 2 of this one, you want another one. It just becomes something fun, and NFTs, really, when done right, they build community. And that's when I figured that out in my research. That's when I got excited about it, was, oh, this is a cool thing that could make our community stronger. It could make our Discord stronger. It could be something that unites us. Anyways, I think maybe if you guys are interested, if I listen to like a really good podcast or something, maybe I'll share a link on the Discord. If you guys are interested at all in learning more about it, because I know it's like kind of mind-blowing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Thanks for joining me for a very interesting stream. Yeah, you like that? It wasn't even like
I love that.
I don't even know why that came out like that. I'm out.
Bye.
Yeah, I actually do have to get ready for my writing session later today. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say who it's with. You guys would know her.
I don't know either.
Well, it's just a writing session. I'm really excited. I'm writing with Chrissy from Against the Current today. That's pretty cool. I gamed with her one time on her own stream service that she does. And she is so sweet, so awesome. Love her voice, love her band. I've been listening to their music to inspire me to write, and so I was really excited. Like, you never know if these sessions will turn into anything, but I'm excited to go hang with Chrissy, and, we're going to try to write a little bit. So that will be fun. Yeah, everybody's like, oh my gosh, we love Chrissy. Yeah, she is great. So anyways, love you guys all. Sorry for talking so much about NFTs and blabbering so much. Welcome to a Lindsey stream.